In 1957, America had a problem. People kept looking up. Everywhere you went, somebody swore they saw a flying saucer in the sky. The newspapers were full of it. Glowing objects, strange lights, things that didn't make sense. One report said a saucer landed in Nebraska with 6 people inside. They talked to a farmer. Then they flew away into space. Another report said car engines just stopped when a saucer passed over the road. The FBI got buried in letters. Everybody wanted answers. So the FBI gave the same answer every time. We do not investigate flying saucers. Ask the Air Force. But one story was different. One story they couldn't shake off. It started with a man named Albert Bender. Bender loved flying saucers, so in 1952 he started his own little club to investigate them. He called it the International Flying Saucer Bureau. For 2 years, Bender collected reports, sightings, clues, theories. And then, one day, Bender said something strange. He said, "I know what the saucers are." He was about to tell the world the secret, but he never did, because 3 men showed up at his door. 3 men in black suits. Nobody knows exactly what they said to him, but after that visit, Bender went quiet. Completely quiet. He shut down his club. He stopped talking about saucers, and he never explained why. Whatever those 3 men told him, it scared him into silence. And that was the end of it. Or so everyone thought. A few years later, in Arizona, there was a young man named Claude. Claude was obsessed with 2 things: flying saucers and mysteries of the sea. His desk was covered in pamphlets, clippings, and weird theories. Claude had read about the 3 men in black suits, and he couldn't let it go. He believed the saucers were connected to something hidden underground, a dreadful underground menace threatening the whole world. He thought ships vanishing at sea were part of it too. Whole crews disappearing. Boats found floating empty with nobody around. Claude was sure it all connected, and he was sure the FBI was hiding it. So one night, alone at his desk, Claude wrote a letter straight to the FBI. He asked them to help him find Bender. He wanted the secret. He mailed it to the most powerful man in the Bureau, J. Edgar Hoover himself. At FBI headquarters, an agent read Claude's letter and frowned. "This man might be a little delusional," the agent said. But there was a problem. Claude said the FBI was involved in something they'd never heard of. So the FBI decided to send 2 agents to Claude's house, just to be sure. The agents knocked on the door. Claude wasn't home yet. But his sister answered, and she was nervous. She talked fast, filling the silence, telling them all about her brother. Then Claude pulled up, coming home from shopping with his parents. He froze when he saw 2 FBI agents standing in his living room. But then he got excited. Finally, someone was listening. He grabbed his books and started showing them everything. "It's all in here," he said, "the whole Bender story." The agents listened politely. Then they gave him the truth. "We have no record of any Bender affair, and we can't go find any Bender for you." Claude's face fell. And then, from the kitchen doorway, came his mother's voice. "You wrote to the FBI? Without telling me?" Claude shrank like a scolded little kid. The agents left and wrote the report. "He lives in a dream world of flying saucers. No further investigation will be made. Case closed. The end." Except it wasn't. Because in his interview, Claude had mentioned a book about the men in black. Quote, "They knew too much about flying saucers." And back at headquarters, the FBI got curious. The same FBI that just called Claude delusional now wanted that book. So they launched a search. Across 2 whole states, agents in Phoenix, agents in Chicago, all hunting for one paperback. They tracked down the publisher in Illinois. And the order came straight from the top: obtain a copy of this book. So the United States FBI, with all its power, mailed away for a saucer book. The same book they'd dismissed from a man they called a dreamer. And somewhere in a file in Washington, Claude's letter still sits today, right next to the book the FBI chased across the country to read. So, who were the 3 men in black suits? What did they tell Bender? The FBI never found out, or maybe they just never said. And to this day, nobody knows the secret Bender took with him into silence.